can you run and gun with a lever gun? I know that people have done it in the past, but I prefer semi-automatics. Well, we're gonna find out here today because a lot of people put a lot of stock in that side loading port, such to the point that Henry altered their most recent design to include not only the tube loading port here, but also that side loading port. So today we're gonna do a run and gun with a lever gun and see if we can do it. Are you ready?
Fight!
Ah! The Cygate lever action series is Henry's first foray into adapting their designs to include a loading gate for loading on the fly. This particular rifle is in 30-30, but also comes in other calibers, most notably 45-70. Keeping on the topic of loading, one of the most interesting features is that Henry chose to not only add the loading gate, but also kept their original removable tubular magazine and port for mass loading. The stated capacity is 5 rounds by the manufacturer, but ours absolutely holds 6+1, bringing the capacity to 7 by my public education math skills. The rifle weighs in at around 7.5 pounds and uses a 20-inch 1-in-12 twist round profile blue barrel locked into a hardened brass receiver. Henry equipped the rifle with their standard semi-buckhorn sight, but instead of the brass bead that they usually include, they went with a very fine white front post. Along the same lines, the receiver is drilled and tapped for a scope base should the end user vie for optics. The rifle is finished with great attention to detail, including aggressive serrations on the applicable parts like the hammer and tube head, matching brass components like the front band and the stock end plate, and some beautiful engraving work on the walnut furniture. As a quick side note, this is perhaps the prettiest gun to come to VSO for testing, and I almost felt compelled to wear gloves while handling it. Almost.
Here comes the reload.
I safed the gun so that we could do this. Ooh, that's hot. That gun is hot, my friend. Ooh. Hostage target. Got him.
Yes. I think.
My hand cramped up. Ah, got it.
Jesus.
Oh! Nope, I got it. Oh, just burnt myself. Whew. Buddy, I tell you what, my hand cramping up a little bit there. I don't know what that's all about. It can be done. What this gun needs next is a heat shield, because let me tell you what, that thing is smoking hot. Like, it will get your attention right now. So while we're at it, we might as well take some data on the rifle, and why not start off with some chronograph data, see what these 30-30s are doing, pumping out the end of this rifle. Normally we would do 10 rounds and take an average, and today we'll just do 5 because the gun doesn't hold 10. safe direction, clear. Cool. Data alongside the screen, approximately 2,000 feet per second. All right, first time ever shooting a Henry. Hit. Okay. Push it in through the side. Oh, this ought to be good.
Really?
Relieving some pressure on the stack. I like it.
Almost.
Thank God for the fingerprints on the side of that gun, or we wouldn't be able to look at it through this video. It is so shiny.
I gotta do shotgun style now.
You could also breech load it.
You know what? I've never shot one of these before.
Yeah, you can't do it that way. You have to get it into the breech.
Yeah, you said breech load it. So.
Yeah, you have to actually breech load it. Like you have to start the cartridge.
Oh.
Oh, this is all going on YouTube. All right, what do you think there, boss? You ready to run and gun or what? Yeah, I think we should run and gun now. Moving on. While the rifle does have the capacity to integrate an optics rail there, we don't have one, doesn't ship with one, so we're not going to do that today. We'll just do practical accuracy, 50 yards on some steel, see what we can do. What about 100 yards unsupported? First one went a little bit low, as I kind of expected it would be, so I went ahead and put an extra round in there. And then all I did was move the sight up 1, 2, 3 clicks to get 100 yards of accuracy. Let's run down there and see what the groups look like. I have no idea. So what we have here are two 12-inch gongs, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 50 yard, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the 100 yard. I know that down there is the first shot for the 100 yard. You guys know the rest of the order. I don't. But what we can tell from these two groups, even though the distance doubled between the 50 yard and the 100 yard, that the group size remained relatively the same. So what we can say in conclusion about the accuracy of the rifle in this configuration, that the gun will shoot just as good as the shooter can. So basically the limit of the accuracy of the rifle in the current configuration is the aptitude of the shooter. You can do the over the top like this, but you gotta not baby it. So it's gotta come out, it's gotta be oriented the right direction, so like this, and then you have to bury it into the port there. You can see I've already popped that one out. But with the nose of the bullet, like pry it in, and then man bear pig that sucker on forward. And man, I tell you what, it will bite your thumb a little bit. It is a relatively light rifle. Unfortunately, my scale is dead, as in permanently dead. So I can't take a real-time weight measurement for you guys, but I will take it back to the shop and do a loaded and unloaded for you guys. A hang scale wouldn't do very good for the loaded indication anyway, but what we will do is take a trigger weight. And begin. Miss. Shoot that target again. Guy.
Load. I can get to my pockets.
Try the over the top method. Nope. He's gonna go with the strong-handed method. Notice he's taking very good care to stay away from that trigger. Just because that one wouldn't fit, right?
Yeah. I heard a horse coming.
Banging my nice gun off of the metal barrel. Get that hostage! Get that hostage! Got him! Empties.
Mother. Remember that part before we started this? We said, "You want to grab gloves?"
And you said what?
No, I'll be good.
See what I mean? If you man bear pig it in, you can get it done. This guy right next to you.
Hit it again.
Give him one, at least one more. Ah! Got him. It's out of the box.
My hand's burnt.
Okay, look. Nobody has run a Henry side loader this hard. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Or have they?
I don't know.
Done.
Done?
Yep.
So, real quick, synopsis. What are things to look out for?
The barrel.
That was pretty instinctive on your part.
Chris Costa thumb overboard does not work.
Not so much, eh?
No.
Can you touch the sight? Will it burn you here? Oh, yes it will.
Yeah.
So, that thing's hot. Has it spread to the brass band on the
Yeah,
hand?
it has. Up here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's hot too.
When I initially first hit that, and then I wrapped over, because I was like, where do I go? It went over.
And then you just made it worse.
Yeah.
How about down here? Has it gotten to the receiver?
Yeah, it's starting to get down.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's creeping down. Good deal, man. So, the answer is yes, you absolutely can run and gun with a side-loading lever gun.
But why?
Magazine fed. It's just what I'm saying. Like
Belt fed.
Belt fed. Well, there you have it, boys and girls. The Henry side-loading rifle. Long awaited, finally arrived. Hopefully in some more calibers here soon. Good on Henry for listening to the consumer and adding features that you guys have said that you wanted. Now, I do have a question for y'all in closing, and that is, in our original tactical lever gun video, we used the Henry All-Weather, which is a non-side gate loader, because, well, the side gate loader didn't exist yet. And my question to you guys is, would you guys like to see a redo on that thing using something like this rifle to do a tactical lever gun? Maybe do some steampunk-ish theme to kind of go along with the brass receiver and stuff like that. If that's something that you guys would find interesting, sound off in the comment section down below. Thanks for joining us here today on the VSO Gun Channel, and hopefully we'll see you guys on a future video.